Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the latest episode of the PlayStation 3 News. Now, to start off, the PlayStation Network action puzzler Trine, or Trine, however you want to say it, is already out in Europe, but it has a US release date now, coming October 22nd. And also, Naughty Dog would love to see Uncharted grow beyond the confines of the PS3. Now, before you freak out thinking that they're going to the 360 or the PC or something, no need to worry too much right now, because what they're talking about is more specifically the PSP. They're interested to see how the design, what kind of design changes you have to make to bring Uncharted to the PSP. And also, Ken Fieldman, the art director at Sony Computer Entertainment America, has let slip that he tried to sell the idea to make God of War 3 a first-person shooter. Now, if you ask me, I don't think that would ever work. But he thought that it would change everything up, make it like a fresh restart, or something completely different, and make it really, really even bigger than everyone thought it would be. But I'm sure you're gonna give me your thoughts on that. And Resident Evil 5 Alternative Edition that I talked about before, they had an interview with the developers on it, and he gave some more details about it, especially concerning the motion controls. He said that it will be playable from top to bottom with Sony's motion controller, which means everything from walking to running to aiming to pulling out your gun to your knife, everything in the game is going to be used with the motion controller. It's not like the Wii, where it's just for pointing and aiming or anything like that. And also, there were talks about, well, you're doing Sony's motion controller, what about Project Natal? Because Alternative Edition of Resident Evil 5 is coming out for the 360 also. Well, he stated that right now they have not done anything for Project Natal. He says they've gotten some ideas of what they could do with it, but he says right now they're focusing solely on Sony's motion controller. So, if you have a 360 and a PS3 and you want to get the Alternative Edition, and you want something new and something different, go with the PS3 edition, because that's the only one right now that's getting the motion control. And Ghostbusters is coming to the PSP this November. No exact date yet, but I'll keep you updated on that. Also, Dead Rising 2, the producer wants multiple endings. That was one of the really popular things with the first Dead Rising, was that you could unlock multiple endings. And the producer says he would love to have multiple endings in Dead Rising 2, but as of now, there is no multiple endings. He stated that right now they're just focusing on getting the game done, but he would love to implement these multiple endings before the game is released. So there's no word yet if they're going to be in there or not. And also, Namco Bandai has announced a new game for the PS3 and 360 called Enslaved. Now, the reason why you should be excited about this game, and I'm interested in this game, it's called Enslaved, if I haven't said that already, and it's being developed by Ninja Theory, the guys who did Heavenly Sword for the PS3, which was a really great game, especially the acting and everything was just amazing. And everyone was wondering what their next project would be. Well, it is a multi-platform project, like they said it would be, and also, it's going to star, as the lead role in there, it's going to star Andy Serkis. You might know him from playing Gollum in the Lord of the Rings movies. And it's going to be set for 2010. I'll keep you updated on that. And also, the developers of War Devil. We've heard a lot about War Devil, but we haven't yet to really seen much on it. And it's been in production for quite some time. But they stated that War Devil is going to have Hollywood-grade graphics running at 60 frames per second. It's just a little bit of news they released about it. So they're setting the expectations high for that game. And also, Nier, that new RPG, I believe it's RPG, that's being created, coming to the PS3 and 360. If you kept track on it, you would have heard that there were two versions of that game. One only for the PS3 and one only for 360, and there were two different versions. Now, if you were looking forward to having a different version because you have a certain system, but if you're not in Japan, you can get disappointed, because it's going to be the same version on the PS3 and 360 outside of Japan. They said that basically they didn't really make it one to be exclusive for one console and the other to be exclusive to the other. why they made two different versions was they made one that would be more interest to the Eastern community, the Japanese community, everything, more of a storyline, everything would be more interesting to them, more relevant. And then they made one that was more for the Western public, the U.S., the Europe, all these other, all of us. They made one that would be more relevant to us and more that we'd be interested in storyline and gameplay wise. So the one, so in if you're outside Japan, you're only getting that one, which is made for the Western audience. And last bit of news here is that Naughty Dog is a little more Naughty Dog news is that they're considering a new Jak and Daxter game. Something I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about because it's that's one of the main things because they've been focusing on Uncharted 2 and Uncharted franchise for a while. So everyone's wondering where's the new Jak and Daxter game. Well, right now they're taking a break after working so hard with Uncharted 2, and they said that they're considering it. There's no definite plans. There's no confirmation, but we'll probably hear something about it come next. When they're done with their break and they start working on a new game, because as we know, they're going to be making Uncharted 3. That's for sure, because it's just a huge franchise for Sony and them. And that's pretty much it. That's all that's been going on. Not too much. Check out my game music videos if you have not, and rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next week. Alright, peace.